That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the first swing of the game. The Lone Star State has a ton of rivalries, but this one outshines all the rest.
Yeah, the three of us have had an opportunity to call this game in the past, and you can just feel the tradition when these two teams take the field, right, David? You got the 12th man, you got Bevo. This is special.
Yeah, you got one side that thinks they're way better than the other side thinks they're way better. I'll let you decide which one thinks which, but every year, no love lost.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pulls it and fires to the left. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Smokey the Cannon was firing the last time these two teams met as Texas pulled out a close one.
You know, when winning teams win a rivalry game like this, they get the bragging rights. That just seems like it's magnified in this state, though. That was a huge win for Texas a year ago.
Well, I mean, you mean everything's bigger in Texas? We've never heard that before. Obviously, when you beat the Aggies in a rivalry game, the bragging rights run deep for a whole year.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Did Beaver really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
And the Longhorns are marching down the field. To the ground with the back. Discards a man. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. The hiatus in this great rivalry has been way too long, but guys, we were there the last time they squared off in 2011, and how great is it to have A&M and Texas back?
It's one of the most special rivalries in all of college football, and unfortunately with conference realignment, it took this game away, but now that they're both back in the SEC, David, we're back on in this great game.
Yeah, we get to continue the hate, the pettiness. Just, you gotta love it, man. That's what makes rivals so good. In-state rivals going at it. We lose that with conference realignment, but we get it back with this one.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll go with a direct snap. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Scanning the field, it's Wegman. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Caught in the backfield, it's Golden. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Catch in the middle, it's Bolden. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. And that ball is picked off. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. To throw, it's Wegman trying to get to it. He's got his man. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Try and play action. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
3:25.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the 1st down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that 1st down. Nice job, great nose for the 1st down.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Slams it ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He's going to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Golden. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Got his man quickly. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The tight end's got to do a better job getting his depth on the route. He's running out to the perimeter of the field, but he's got to get further downfield. He caught that pass behind the line of scrimmage, got tackled, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. The give is to Smith. Shakes off the defender. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
That makes the score Texas 10, Texas A&M 6.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. First and 10. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Barber. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. He's looking to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
10, Texas A&M 6.
Here comes the Texas offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. The quick out. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. A shot toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side, 51 yards out. It is good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the big-time players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional duel between the Longhorns and the Aggies. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Texas A&M and Texas plays out.
The Longhorns will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in this. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Inside the 25. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
On third down, going up top. Quickly complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and try his field goal team out there. And his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job on the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Here's the handoff. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fix can slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Longhorns are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. With the catch, it's Bolden. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. 3rd and goal coming up here. Back to pass, it's Ewers. They're bringing heat. Touchdown, Texas! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Number 3.
Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
Caught over the middle, it's Moss. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Across the 25, he's got room.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave.
Fires one high and deep. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Got the quick pass. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the spot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Caught in the backfield. It's Golden. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Out of the gun to give to the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorns!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Direct snap. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Wegman. He lobs one high down the left side. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Going up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Texas! Horns are up, and the eyes of Texas are focused on building the lead against the Aggies.
And the Horns are capturing this momentum. Listen, a lot of angst, a lot of nervousness early in the game, Palmer, but now Texas in this rivalry game taking over.
Yeah, you're right. Hook 'em right now. They're just enforcing their will in this game. They're the more physical team at this point. Texas A&M, they've got an uphill battle here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Back to pass, it's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the inside of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle.
And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He leaves it with his back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Golden. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field, score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I should have ran a better route.
Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Makes his connection. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Using the quick game. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now on first down from the 30. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And now on second down for this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
That makes the score. Texas 44, Texas A&M 16.
With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff here.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another
interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Takes it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
16.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. He wants a big play here late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. So hope stays alive. The undefeated season lives on as they inch closer to that 12-0 goal and what they hope will be a berth in the college football playoff.
And I'm just so impressed with the mindset of this football team each and every week. They're poised, they're focused, they have a good game plan, they know who they are, and they go out and they execute. It's as if they're not even thinking about the college football playoff. David, they're just trying to be the best version of themselves each and every week.
And it sounds cliche and it sounds stupid, but know who you are, do it well, don't beat yourself. All those things are the things that coaches are going to say, but you can tell this team's done a great job up until this point. I got a feeling they're going to finish really strong, and I got a feeling those college football playoffs are right around the corner.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.